All right, we're here with Dan, the CEO of OpenPeak, and we're going to check out, you got a whole lineup of devices, but the new thing here is the OpenTablet, correct?
Correct. So right over here, we have the OpenTablet device, which is a 7-inch high-definition screen, 1024 by 600 resolution, all cap touch, and the cap touch is actually our own design. Tablet's 15 millimeters thick. You have HDMI out as well as other ports, including charging and stuff, on the bottom, and on the top.
And also port replication on the docking station.
Absolutely. On the top, you have a micro SD, USB port, as well as headphone. And then over here, you have a high-definition video camera in the front.
Is that what's megapixel?
It's actually a 1080p.
Okay.
And then on the back, you have a 5-megapixel still motion camera.
Okay.
So the whole idea of the OpenPeak, it's more than actually just the tablet itself. It's a services platform. So we have back-end systems that actually can keep these devices always updated, perfectly in sync, as well as can push out applications. So depending on the customer, they can have their own app store but still take advantage of, let's say, the OpenPeak collective. And everything on this thing is just a push-to-launch application. So energy management here is actually one of our fastest-growing sectors. And we have many utilities as well as carriers all over the world running stuff. And it's got a very, very fast user interface and all just push to touch.
Does that integrate with stuff like the Google service for energy?
So we actually have Zigbee chips in some of these units, and they can speak directly to the power meter themselves, as well as we can talk via our back-end systems to different Google and Microsoft Home as well. Over here, just to show you, if you can see in the quality of the screen, this screen technology is designed because the tablet can be put down at any angle, so it doesn't drop off at any angle.
I'll just get it. See?
Got it?
And it plays back 720p or 1080p?
Yeah, so the video on here it's the resolution of the screen. It's 1024 by 600, but the video playback out of the HDMI is 1080p.
Okay. What processor are you guys having?
This is an Intel Moorestown processor.
Okay.
And I'll show you this.
Big buck?
Big buck money. But the screen on this thing is just absolutely insane. I mean, when you look at that water reflection and everything. One of my favorite clips. And then just different applications from, and this is even one of our own.
So you guys have an SDK, or how are you getting all these applications?
So again, we have a full SDK that we've been working on for years. There's, depending on what carrier, I mean, we have thousands of developers all over the world. This ebook application was just literally created in days using our own SDK.
It's all running on Linux?
Yeah, so this is running on Linux, and then on top of that is Flash, and then our SDK. We have a lot of custom class modules.
So all these apps are built in Flash?
All of these apps are built in Flash.
So when you said there are millions of applications, you're referring to the fact that there's a lot of Flash out there?
I don't know, I said millions, but yeah.
I heard that.
No, so we have actually probably, thousands of applications out there on this platform right now.
Okay.
And then there's thousands of developers, or if you're talking all Flash, over 5 million developers. And there's a lot of neat stuff that we're doing with this. We're coming up with different ways now to view content. Actually, we have a screen like this on other units. This we can use to look at TV channels even, so we can flip through, and these would actually be moving motion pictures as they're going through that. Because with these type of devices, it's all about content consumption, and so you want to come up with a lot easier ways of how to use that and stuff. But the whole idea is this thing is just very simple, push-to-launch applications. And it's great. It's a terrific device for controlling, for using things, sitting on your TV, here, boom, check the stocks, and it comes right out. The nicest thing about this thing, though, is the speed of the user interface. The Intel Moorestown processor on this, which can go up to 1.9 gigahertz, makes this an incredibly powerful product, and also incredibly really battery efficient.
What sort of battery life are you looking at?
So, depending on what we're doing, the configurations, we can get about 8 to 10 hours battery life out of the unit.
And so you also have some other devices here?
Sure.
Can you just walk through real quickly what you guys do overall?
Yeah, so again, I mean, everything even here from, we have, let me see, where do we have? Glenn, where do you have home security?
Over here.
So even stuff, I mean, I'll show you how we can even integrate, we can talk to virtually any alarm panel. I'll simulate and I'll open a front door on that.
And this is the open frame right here?
Yep, and all the same services run on all the devices, the same thing. So we just opened
the same processors too? Or?
So it's another Intel Atom, not as power efficient as that one. So what we did is we just opened the front door. But the magical thing that did is automatically via our back-end services, it'll now send an email out. You'll see an email pop up there in a few seconds and go out to your pager. And the other thing, it'll hook up to any Wi-Fi camera, and you could set a rule so between 3 and 4 o'clock when your children get home, it'll send you a picture of who came through and everything. So we basically take the sensors that you have in your house and make them a lot smarter.
You said with Zigbee integration, there's other
Zigbee, right here we're speaking directly to an alarm. All alarms have a serial control panel that we can talk to. And so, boom, there's going to be a little picture of us standing right over that.
There we go.
And we can do everything from controlling lights to thermostats to even controlling a television set as well. So we can go here, put a TV on, and you'll see the TV go on via Wi-Fi to IR bridge. And now once that does it, and also because it was 11 o'clock at night, we actually have the ability, we can send out a text that the TV was turned on inside unapproved hours. So we literally have the ability to monitor everything in the house, which can become useful depending on what you're doing.
For someone with a very large house.
You know, a lot of these services aren't even have to do with a big house. I'll give you an example. Motion detectors inside of your house. In your house, if your motion detector doesn't go off at 8 o'clock in the morning, that's great. But in my parents' house, if there's no motion by 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, somebody could be ill or something, notify me of that. Those are the type of services that we could do and talk to. And over here, we're controlling the set-top box with the unit. And, you know, it's got a really, really quick user interface. And
going through an IR blaster?
No, this is actually speaking directly to the set-top box. This box can speak IP. And you can see we can go through content really quickly and just zoom in on anything.